남규태방송 시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까. 오늘은 2023년 5월 20 죄송합니다. 2023년 5월 16일 화요일입니다. 현재 시간은 오후 10시입니다. 성경공부 499회 방송을 시작하겠습니다. 성경은 욥기 13장부터 영문으로 읽어보겠습니다. My eyes have seen all this, my ears have heard and understood it. What you know, I also know. I am not inferior to you, but I desire to speak to the Almighty and to argue my case with God. You, however, smear me with lies. You are worthless physicians, all of you. If only you would be altogether silent, for you that would be wisdom. Here now my argument restant the praise of my lips. Will you speak weak kidly on God's behalf? Will you speak did will you speak deceitfully for him? Will you show him partiality? Will you argue the case for God? Would it turn out well if he examined you? Could you deceive him as you might deceive a mortal? He would surely call you to account if you secretly showed partiality. Would not his splendor terrify you? Would not the wrath of him fall on you? Your maxims proverbs of ashes, your defenses of clay. Keep silent and let me speak. Then let come to me what may. Why do I put myself in jeopardy and take my life in my hands? Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him. I will surely depend my ways to his face. Indeed, this will turn out for my deliverance, for no godless person would dare come before him. Listen carefully to what I say. Let my words ring in your ears. Now that I have prepared my case, I know I will be vindicated. Can anyone bring charges against me? If so, I will be silent and die. Only grant me these two things, God, and then I will not hide from you. Withdraw your hand from me and stop frightening me with your terrors. Then summon me and I will answer. Or let me speak and you reply to me. How many wrongs and sins have I committed? Show me my offense and my sin. Why do you hide your face and consider me your enemy? Will you torment a wind-blown leaf? Will you chase after dry chaff? For you write down bitter things against me and make me reap the sins of my youth. You fasten my feet in shackles. You keep close watch on all my paths by putting markers on the soles of my feet. So men waste away like something raw, then like a garment eaten by most the mortals born of a woman a few days and full of trouble. They spring up like flowers and wither away like fleeting shadows. They do not endure. Do you fix your eye on them? Will you bring them before you for judgment? Who can bring what is pure from the impure? No one. A person so days are determined. You have decreed the number of his months and have set limits he cannot exceed. So rule away from him and let him alone until he has put in his time like a hired laborer. At least there is a hope for a tree. If it is cut down, it will sprout again, and its new shoots will not fail. Its roots may grow old in the ground, and its stump die in the soil. Yet at the scent of water, it will bud. And the pores shoots like a plant, but the man dies and is laid low. He breathes his last and is no more. As the water of a lake dries up, or a river bed becomes parched and dry. So he lies down and does not rise till the heavens are no more. People will not awake or be roused from their sleep. If only you would hide me in the grave and conceal me till your anger has passed. If only you would set me a time and then remember me. If someone dies, will they live again? All the days of my heart service, I will wait for my renewer to come. You will call and I will answer you. You will long for the creature your hands have made. Surely then you will count my steps, but not keep track of my sin. My open offense will be shielded up in back. You will cover over my sin, but as a mountain erodes and crumbles, and as a rock is moved from its place, as water wheels away stones, and torrents wash away the soil. So you destroy a person's hope. You overpower them once for all, and they are gone. You change their account. Countenance and send them away. If their children and honor they do not know it. If their offspring are brought low, they do not see it. They feel but the pain of their own bodies and mourn only for themselves. Then Eliphaz the Temanite replied, would a wiser person answer with empty notions or fill their belly with the hottest wind? Would they argue with users well does with speeches that have no value, but you even undermine purity and hinder devotion to God. Your sin prompt your mouth. You adopt the tongue over the crafty. Your own mouth condemns you, not mine. Your own lips testify against you. Are you the first man ever born? Were you brought forth before the hills? Do you reason on God's counsel? Do you have a monopoly on wisdom? What do you know that we do not know? What insights do you have that we do not have? The gray-haired and the aged are on our side, men even older than your father. God consolations are not enough for you. Words spoken gently to you. Why has your heart carried you away, and why do your eyes flash so that you bend your lazy against God and pour out such words from your mouth? What are mortals? They could be poor, or those born of a woman that they could be righteous. If God places no trust in His holy ones, if even the heavens are not pure in His eyes, how much else mortals who are by ill and corrupt, who drink up beer like water. Listen to me, and I will explain to you. let me tell you what I have seen, what the wise have declared, the hiding nothing received from their ancestors, to whom alone the land was given, when no foreigners moved among them. All his days the wicked man suffered the torment, the ruthless man sorrow all the years stores up for him. Terrifying sounds fill his ears when all seems well. Marauders attack him. He despairs of escaping the realm of darkness. He is marked for the world. The sword. He wanders about for food like a vulture. He knows the day of darkness is at hand. Distress and anguish fill him with terror. Troubles overwhelm him like a king poised to attack, because he shakes his fist at God and bounds himself against the Almighty. TP on a tree, charging against him with a thick, strong shield. Though his face is covered with fat and his waist bulges with flesh, he will inhabit ruined towns and houses where no one lives, houses crumbling to rubble. He will no longer be rich, and his wealth will not endure, nor will his possessions spread over the land. He will not escape the darkness of flame with his shoots, and the breath of God's mouth will carry him away. Let him not deceive himself by trusting what is worthless, for he will get nothing in return. Before his time, he will wither, and his branches will not flourish. He will be like a vine stripped of its unripe grapes, like an olive tree shedding its blossoms. About the company of the good gatherers will be barren, and the fire will consume the tents of those who love bribes. They conceive trouble and will give birth to evil. Their rumble patience deceit. Then Job replied, I hold my things like this. You are miserable comforters, all of you. Will your long-winded speeches never end? What ails you? Then you keep on arguing I also could speak like you. If you were in my place, I could make fine speeches against you and shake my head at you, but my mouth would encourage you. Comfort from my lips would bring you relief. Yet if I speak, my pain is not reliable, and if I refrain, it does not go away. Surely, God, you have won me out. You have devastated my entire household. You have shriveled me up, and it has become a witness. My countenance rises up and testifies against me. God assails me and tears me in his anger and gnashes his teeth at me. My opponent pesters on me his piercing eyes. People open their mouths to yell at me. They strike my cheek in scorn and unite together against me. God has turned me over to the ungodly and thrown me into the clutches of the wicked. All was well with me, but he shattered me. He seized me by the neck and crushed me. He has made me his target. His archer surround me without pity. He pierces my kidneys and spears my gore on the ground. Again and again he bursts upon me. He rushes at me like a warrior. I have should shake clothes over my skin and buried my brow in the dust. My face is red with weeping. Dark shadows ring my eyes, yet my hands have been free of violence, and my prayer is poor. Also, do not cover my brother. May my cry never be laid to rest. Even now, my witness is in heaven. My advocate is on high. My intercessor is my friend. As my eyes pour out tears to God on behalf of a man, he pleads with God as one pleads for a friend. Only a few years will pass before I take the path of no return. My spirit is broken, my days are cut short. The grave which me surely mockers surround me. My eyes must dwell on their hostility. Give me, O God, the privilege You demand who else will put up security for me. You have crossed their minds to understanding. Therefore, you will not let them triumph. If anyone denounces their principal reward, the eyes of the children will fail. God has made me a byword to everyone, a man in whose face people spit. My eyes have grown dim with grief. My whole frame is but a shadow. The light appealed this the innocent aroused against the ungodly. Nevertheless, the righteous will hold to their race, and those with clean hands will grow stronger. But come on, all of you, try again. I will not find a wise man among you. My days have passed, my plans shattered. Yet the desires of my heart turn night into day. In the face of the darkness, light is near. If the only home I hope for is the grave, if I spread out my bed in the realm of darkness, if I say to corruption, you are my father, and to the worm, my mother or my sister, where then is my hope? Who can see any hope for me? Will it go down to the gates of death? Will we descend together into the dust? Then Bill dead, the Shuhite replied, when will you end these speeches? Be sensible, and then we can talk. Why are we regarded as a cattle and considered stupid in your sight? You who tear yourself to pieces in your anger. Is the also to be abandoned for your sake? Or must the locks be moved from their place? The lamp of a wicked man is snuffed out. The flame of his fire stops burning. The light in his tent becomes dark. The lamp beside him goes out. The figure of his step is weakened. His own strength stems throw him down. His feet thrust him into a net. He wanders into its mesh. A trap says him by the heel. Chanel holds him past. Nose is hidden for him on the ground. A trap rises in his path. Terrors startle him on every side, and dog his every step. Karamoti is hungry for him. Disaster is ready for him when he falls. It is way part of his skin. This the firstborn devours his limbs. He is torn from the security of his tent and marched off to the king of terrors. Fire resides in his tent. Burning sulfur is scattered over his dwelling. His roots dry up below, and his branches wither above. The memory of him perishes from the earth. He has no name in the land. He is driven from light into the realm of darkness and is banished from the world. He has no offspring or descendants among his people. No survivor where once he lived. People of the West appeared at his fate. Those of the East are seized with horror. Surely such is the dwelling of an evil man. Such is the place of one who does not know God. Then Job replied, "How long will you torment me and crush me with words? 10 times now you have reproached me shamelessly. You attack me. If it is true that I have gone astray, my error remains my concern alone. If indeed you would exert yourselves above me and use my humiliation against me, then God has wronged me and thrown his net around me. Though I cry violence, I get no response. Though I call for help, there is no justice. He has blocked my way, so I cannot pass. He has shrouded my path in darkness. He has stripped me of my honor and removed the crown from my head. He tears me down on every side till I am gone. He uproots my hope like a tree. His anger burns against me. He counts me among his enemies. His troops advance in force. They build a siege ramp against me and encamp around my tent. He has alienated my family from me. My acquaintances are completely estranged from me. My relatives have gone away. My closest friends have forgotten me. My guests and my female servants count me a foreigner. They look on me as one stranger. I summon my servant, but he does not answer. Though I beg him with my own mouth, my breast is offensive to my wife. I am loathsome to my own family. Even the little boys scold me when I appear. They ridicule me or my intimate friends detest me. Those I love have turned against me. I am nothing but skin and bones. I have escaped only by the skin of my teeth. Have pity on me. My friends have pity, for the hand of God has struck me. Why do not pursue me as God does? Will you never get enough of my pressure? Oh, then my words were recorded, that they were written on a scroll, that they were inscribed with an iron tool on reader, or engraved in law forever. I know that my Redeemer lives, and that in the end he will stand on the earth. And after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh I will see God. I myself will see him with my own eyes. I and not another. How my heart ear yearns within me. If you say, how we will hound him, since the root of the trouble lies in him, you should appear the sword yourselves, for rest will bring punishment by the sword, and then you will know that there is a judgment. Then Job, the Namasite, replied, my troubled shout prompt me to answer, because I am greatly disturbed. I hear a rebuke that dishonors me, and my understanding inspires me to reply. Surely you know how it has been from our world, ever since mankind was placed on the earth, that the worst of the wicked is brief. The joy of the godless rests but a moment, though the pride of the godless person reaches to the heavens, and his head touches the clouds, he will perish forever like his own tongue. Those who have seen him will say, where is he? Like a dream, the prize away, no more to be found. Beneath like a vision of the night, the eye that saw him will not see him again. His place will look on him no more. His children must make amends to the poor. His own hands must give back his words. The usurper vigor that pierce his bones will lie within him in the dust. Though evil is sweet in his mouth, and he hides it under his tongue, though he cannot bear to let it go, and lets it linger in his mouth, yet his food will turn sour in his too much, it will become the venom of a serpent within him. He will spit out the riches he swallowed. God will make his stomach vomit them up. He will shock the poison of serpents, the pangs of an adder will kill him. He will not enjoy the streams, the rivers flowing with honey and cream. What he told for he must give back uneaten. He will not enjoy the profit from his trading, for he has oppressed the poor and left them destitute. He has seized the houses he did not build. Surely he will have no respite from his craving. He cannot save himself by his treasure. Nothing is left for him to devour. His prosperity will not endure. In the midst of his plenty, distress will overtake him. The full force of misery will come upon him. When he has filled his belly, God will vent his burning anger against him and rain down his blows on him, though he pleads from an iron weapon, bronze type, the arrow pierces him. He bursts it out of his back, the gleaming point out of his river. Terrors will come over him. Total darkness lies in wait for his treasures. Fire unpaid will consume him and devour what is left in his tent. The heavens will expose his guilt. The earth will rise against him. A flood will carry off his house, rushing waters on the day of God's wrath. Such is the fate God lost the wicked. The heritage appointed for them by God. Then Job replied, "Listen carefully to my words. Let this be the consolation you give me. Bear with me while I speak, and after I have spoken, mock on. Is my complaint directed to a human being? Why should I not be impatient? Look at me and be appalled. Clap your hand over your mouth. When I think about this, I am terrified. Trembling says my body. Why do the wicked live on, growing old and increasing in power? They see their children is established around them, their offspring before their eyes. Their homes are safe and free from fear. The Lord of God is not on them. Their birds never fail to breed. Their cows calve and do not miscarry. They send forth their children as a flock. Their little ones dance about. They sing to the music of timbrel and lyre. They make merry to the sound of the pipe. They spend their ears in prosperity and go down to the grave in peace. Yet they say to God, leave us alone. We have no desire to know your ways. Who is the Almighty that we should serve him? What do we gain by praying to him? But their prosperity is not in their own hands. So I stand aloof from the presence of the wicked. Yet how often is the lamp of the wicked snuff the earth? How often does calamity come upon them? The fate God lost in his anger. How often are they like a straw before the wind, like a chaff swept away by a gale. It is said God stores up the punishment of the wicked for their children. Let him repay the wicked so that they themselves will experience it. Let their own eyes see their destruction. Let them drink the cup of the wrath of the Almighty. For what do they care about the families they leave behind when the lot months come to an end? Can anyone teach knowledge to God, since he judges even the highest? One person dies in full vigor, completely secure and at ease. Well, nourished in body, bones rich with marrow. Another dies in bitterness of soul, never having enjoyed anything good. Side by side they lie in the dust, and worms cover them both. I know full well what you are thinking. The streams by which you would along me. You say, where now is the house of the great, the tent where the wicked lived? Have you never questioned those who travel? Have you paid no regard to their account, that the wicked are spared from the day of calamity? They are delivered from the day of loss. Who denounce us? They are condemned to their face. Who repays them for what they have done? They are carried to the grave, and the watch is kept over their tombs. The soil in the valley is sweet to them. Everyone follows after them, and countless throng goes before them. So how can you console me with your nonsense? Nothing is left of your answers but falsehood. Then Eliphaz the Timonite replied, can a man be of benefit to God? Can even a wise person benefit him? What pleasure would it give the Almighty if you were righteous? What would he gain if your ways were blameless? Is it for your uh, piety that he rebukes you and brings charges against you? Is not your wickedness great? Not your sins endurance? You demanded security from your relatives for no reason. You stripped people of their clothing. Leaving them naked, you gave no order to the weary, and you withheld food from the hungry. Though you were a powerful man owning land, unhonored men living on it, and you sent windows away empty-handed and broke the strength of the pacer listen. That is why snares are all around you, why sudden peril terrifies you, why it is so dark you cannot see, and why flood of water covers you. Is not God in the highest of heaven, and see how lofty are the highest stars. Yet you say, what does God know? What does he judge such darkness? Thick cloud veil him, so he does not see us. As he goes about in the power he bends. Will you keep to the old path? That the wicked have thrown. They were carried off before their time. Their foundations washed away by flood. They said to God, leave us alone. What can the Almighty do to us? Yet it was He who filled their houses with good things. So I stand love from the friends of the wicked. The righteous see their ruin and rejoice. The innocent mock them, saying, surely our foes are destroyed, and fire devours their walls. Submit to God and be at peace with Him. In this way, prosperity will come to you. Accept instruction from His mouth and lay of His word in your heart. If you return to the Almighty, you will be restored. If you remove wickedness far from your tent and assign your get to the dust, your gold offer to the locks in the loving ravines, and then the Almighty will be your God. gold, the choicest silver for you. Surely then you will find delight in the Almighty, and will lift up your face to God. You will pray to Him, and He will hear you, and you will fulfill your vows. What you decide on will be done, and the right will shine on your ways. When people are brought low and you say, lift them up, then He will save the downcast. He will deliver even one who is not innocent, who will be delivered through the cleanness of your hands. Then Job replied, even today my complaint is bitter. His hand is heavy in spite of my groaning. If only I knew where to find him. If only I could go to his dwelling, I would state my case before him and fill my mouth with arguments. I would find out what he would answer me and consider what he would say to me. Would he vigorously oppose me? No, he would not press charges against me. There, the light can establish their innocence before him, and there I would be delivered forever from my charge. But if I go to the east, he is not there. If I go to the west, I do not find him. When he is at work in the north, I do not see him. When he turns to the south, I catch no glimpse of him, but he knows the way that I take. When he has tested me, I will come forth as gold. My feet have closely followed his steps. I have kept to his way without turning aside. I have not departed from the commanders of his lips. I have treasured the words of his mouth more than my daily bread. But he stands alone, and who can oppose him? He does whatever he pleases. He carries out his decree against me, and many such plans he still has in store. This is why I am terrified before him when I think of all this. I fear him. God has made my heart paint. The Almighty has terrified me, yet I am not silenced by the darkness, by the thick darkness that covers my face. Why does the Almighty not set times for judgment? Why must those who know Him look in vain for such days? There are those who move boundary stones. They pasture blocks. They have stolen. They drive away the orphans' donkey and take the widows' ox in pledge. They trust the needy from the peace and force or the poor of their land into hiding like wild donkeys in the desert. The poor go about the river of poor food. The Westland provide the food for their children. They gather food in the fields and green in the vineyards of the wicked. Wrecking clothes. They spend the night naked. They have nothing to cover themselves in the cold. They are drenched by mountain rains and hug the rocks for lack of shelter. The fatherless child is snatched from the breast. The infant of the poor is seized for debt. Locking clothes, they go about naked. They carry the shoes, but still go hungry. They crush your lives among the terraces. They treat the wine presses, yet suffer thirst. The groans of the dying rise from the city, and the souls of the wounded cry out for help, but God charges no one with wrongdoing. There are those who rebel against the right, who do not know its ways or stay in its paths. When daylight is gone, the murderer lies up, kills the poor and needy, and in the night steals like a thief. The eye of the adulterer watches for dusk. He thinks, no eye will see me, and he keeps his face concealed. In the dark, thieves break into houses, but by day they shoot themselves in. They want nothing to do with the right, for all of them. Midnight is their morning, and they make friends with the terrors of darkness. Yet they are form on the surface of the water. Their portion of the land is cursed, so that no one goes to the vineyard. So the heat and drought snatch away the melted snow, so the grave snatches away those who have sinned. The womb forgets them, the one picture on them. The wicked no longer remember but broken like a tree. They play on the barren, and the child rests on, and to the widow they show no kindness, but God drags away the mighty by his power. Though they become established, they have no assurance of life. He may let them rest in a feeling of security, but his eyes are on their ways for a little while. They are exerted, and then they are gone. They are brought low and gathered up like all others. They are cut off like heads of grain. If this is not so, who can prove me false and reduce my words to nothing. 욥기 24장까지 영문으로 읽어보았습니다. 성경공부 499회 방송은 여기서 종료하도록 하겠습니다. 기도문을 기도하고 방송을 끝내겠습니다. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. 아멘. 성경공부 499회 방송을 시청해 주신 분께 감사드리겠습니다. 안녕히 계십시오.